Well, you know, Fab, absolutely fabulous, was the gold standard of edgy and outrageous sitcoms in the 1990s. And now that selfish champagne swilling show duo that we love, Adina and Patsy, have finally made it to the big screen. Take a look.
Oh, I want to go in there, but I have to go past that big mirror. I think I am now officially fatter sideways than I am front on, darling.
Darling, you don't need those. I am your mirror.
How do I look?
Fabulous. Thank you.
Please welcome two sweetie darlings, Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley. Welcome. We are fans. We are fans, as you can see from this response we're getting. We are fans.
Amazing.
You guys were like so, you know, innovative in a way. You know, it was the early 90s. You're pill poppers, you're drunks, you're chasing men, you're saying whatever comes into your head. It was actually rather, you know, unusual to see that. Very refreshing. and very advanced in a way, you know, for television in America.
In America, yeah. And I think, well, we started it on BBC Two, which is the smaller channel in the UK. So we had a bit more freedom, you know. They didn't mind, and you could smoke on TV
yes,
then.
You could.
I mean, now you can't smoke anywhere.
No,
even in your own home.
Even if you're walking fast, you can't smoke.
You can't smoke anywhere.
But you wrote the movie,
yes,
and the sitcom,
yeah, yeah,
pretty good.
Wow. You spent a lot of your career as a model and actress, but you had never done anything quite like Ab Fab. So when you got the script...
Oh, it was awesome. It was extraordinary. It's very rare when you get a script coming through the letterbox to look at it and really think, I can't lose this. But I'd never met Jennifer. I knew who she was because she had this very famous show, French and Saunders, which she did a double act with Dawn French, and it was very funny and comedic, and they were outrageous anyway. But I went along to meet her. We had to sit. Actually, we were sitting pretty much like this to read through it, a scene in a taxi. But she hadn't written how Patsy would be, so I just didn't know how to be. And I was just a bit boring, and Jennifer, who was a bit shyer, is shy a really good word?
Yes.
A little bit shyer in those days, didn't say much, and I went back to my agent and said, get me out of this, because she doesn't like me.
But this was intimidating, because she was like the queen. I mean, Joanna Lumley, you were like the queen in England, so it was like, how do we make her lowlife?
Now, Whoopi, one thing I didn't know was...
Wait a minute, she says low life, you say Whoopi?
Yeah.
Word association, I went the wrong direction.
I got it. I understand.
Now, you were in one of the original episodes.
Yes.
You were playing a marriage counselor at an LGBT center.
Yes.
What do you guys remember about that day? All of you.
It was too funny.
I remember that she didn't know one line of the script.
No.
But
No.
But the lines she came out with were funnier than the script anyway, so we just kept them.
You improv with these guys?
I did.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know. Yeah. It was so funny.
I mean, look, to me, I had not seen anyone that knocked me out the way that they did. Because these women, at the time that the show was on, all of these rock and roll women had sort of grown up and became these two women and kept their lives, but still doing stuff in their 40s that maybe they shouldn't have been doing. So to me, to see them have as much fun, I desperately wanted to see that on American television. I desperately wanted to see it, and no one could ever pull it off.
Well, you know what I remember from that day was that you married us.
Yes.
Because from some quirk of the plot, you thought we were a gay couple trying to get married. And we were trying to get some information from your office, and we just had to get married. I mean, it was really bizarre.
And you, as the first transgender character on television that I can ever remember, because when we find out in Morocco that you started out as a sailor, and no, not so much.
Yeah, well, in Morocco, Patsy took a lot of hormones, and then she had something stitched on, and a year later it fell off. But I mean,
well, I want to catch us up to speed because I know the movie brings us to where the girls are now.
Yeah.
Adina is still a PR diva, but her career is in peril. It's rising. And Patsy is a fashion editor clinging to her youth. Now, Adina's trying to get Kate Moss as a client, but somehow ends up...
written the script. And then what happened, Jennifer?
Well, yeah, I'd written it and sold it to Fox. And they said, and is Kate fine with this? And I said, Oh.
Should I bet?
I haven't asked her yet. I hadn't asked her. I just gone along on the idea that she would say yes. I don't know why, because, you know, I knew some people who knew her. I'd worked with her once before. And they said, oh, yes, she's cool. She'll be fine. And so eventually I had to ring her up and I said, we've got this idea. She said, well, just send me the script. And honestly, before the script even hit her door, I think, you know, she just went, listen, I'll just do it. It's fine. It's cool.
Yes.
And it's like...
You know, before we go, I have to ask you, because you're both British, you know, we're having a lot of problems in this country right now. And you can see Trump, but he's driving everybody crazy.
We're giving you a run for your money.
But your country... Yeah.
Well, it's just like politics Olympics. We might be going for gold.
I take it you did not vote for Brexit, either one of you.
No.
And yet...
Yeah, so you have to watch out.
Yeah.
You think it's a joke and you think it won't happen, it might happen.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
The one thing you must say is use your vote. Use your vote.
Yeah.
I think that, you know...
Register.
In our country, we haven't even had the vote for 100 years. Not even for 100 years. Yes, there are masses of women who go, whoa.
Is Queen Elizabeth going wild?
She doesn't vote.
She's not allowed to.
But I mean, isn't she's losing her empire a little bit, isn't she? She must be crazed.
Well, Europe was never really our empire. I mean, you like to think it was, but it wasn't really.
But everybody else is like, get out.
Get out.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
you gotta
exciting.
read. You
It's
gotta really
extraordinary.
see how your vote impacts the rest of the
Absolutely.
country.
Yeah.
This is England is a perfect example of what not to do. You gotta read and pay attention.
Saying, oh, you've ruined our future. You said, you didn't vote.
Yeah,
you have to vote.
to yourself.
Well, we love you anyway.
We love
We
you.
think you're just the best.
We just love
Our
you.
thanks to Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley. Absolutely fabulous. The movie is in theaters this Friday. Come see it, sweetie darling. We'll be right back. Wonderful.
Hey, you know what? We've been sort of watching what's going on the internet, and Melania's being really getting beaten up a lot. And we want to pose this question to all your folks. Why didn't anybody pre-read her speech, you guys?
Somebody did.
Either that
You know?
or my theory is that someone sabotaged her.
Well,
That there's an embed in the campaign.
We'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on, because it wasn't fair to do that to her.
No.
Somebody should have seen it. But before we go, we want to say goodbye to one of the hardest working men on this show, who's been a part of The View for 9 years.
Who's leaving?
Best of luck, DGA production associate Joel Tejada. He's taking another job. He's taking another job. People roll on and grow into different things, and we'll miss him because he's been a great
he's gonna
kid
be
to
an
have
AD at
around.
ESPN.
Yeah.
That's
so.
awesome.
Ooh, did you see that big fly? There's a giant fly flying around. And we just want to say to you, have a great day. Take a little time to enjoy the view.